Welcome to the mobile version training module of Synchronex 3.7 Test Upgrade. This presentation will be available to you as a resource after viewing if you need to refer back to it. Let's begin. Enter the Synchronex 3.7 test URL into your browser. In this example, I'm using Google on my phone. With Synchronex 3.7, you can use any browser to access it. I highly recommend at this point clicking on the bookmark symbol to make it a bookmark. Then click on Favorite Pages, click on the three dots in the upper right hand corner, and a drop-down appears. Choose Add to Home Screen, and your bookmark will be easily accessible on your home screen. These are instructions for a Samsung S8. Your phone will probably be different. To begin, you need to log in. Click on the Submit button. On the login screen, fill out your username, password, and then click the Submit button. Again, your username and password are the same as you currently use in Synchronex 3.6. Click on the drop-down arrow to choose a manifest. A pop-up screen appears. I chose 301A by pressing on the bubble next to 301A and turning it blue. Click on the Find button to retrieve your manifest. It's important to know that the mobile version does not allow you to choose a date. It only knows today. The first location on the route will pop up. Press on the Arrive button. The entry screen pops up ready for you to enter. Click in the Return box and enter returns for this location. Scroll to the bottom and click Next. You do this for each account, where you will press the Arrive button, enter the information, scroll down, and press Next. If you have to enter returns that are not yesterday's, then you will have to know how to enter previous returns. Click on the newspaper icon with the green plus sign to the right of the return box. This opens a window with a list of the previous 10 days draw on this account. Find the date of the return and enter it here. This makes it pretty handy to enter weekly publication returns and closed dealer returns. This will open 10 days of returns for this publication for you to easily enter multiple days of returns. After entering previous returns, you will have to scroll to the bottom and click on the Done button to return to the normal return screen for this account. If you enter a return higher than the draw, this message will pop up after you click Next. Unfortunately, when you click OK, it moves you to the next location on your route. Instead of clicking Arrive, just hit your back button on the phone. If you do click Arrive, you'll have to scroll down to the bottom and click the previous button to get back to the account with the return error you entered. After you have arrived at every location and entered all your returns, the last location will have a Finish Session button instead of a Next button. Press Finish Session button if you have completed your entries. A window will pop up, and if you are finished, press Yes button. Now, in a perfect world, this is all you'll have to do in a day. In the real world, we have to make adjustments, fix errors, skip around to different accounts, and report old returns. If you need to enter a draw adjustment, just click in the adjustment box and enter. If you are adding draw, then enter the number without a plus sign. If you are reducing the draw, then you will need to enter a minus sign before the number. As you can see in this example, my keyboard doesn't have a minus sign. What to do? I clicked on the keyboard icon on my lower right of my screen, and my keyboard choices popped up. I chose Google Voice Typing and asked it to -2, and it typed in -2. If you minus more than the draw, it will pop up with an error message. Press OK. It will move to the next location with the Arrive button. Press the back button on your phone to return to the account to fix the error. If you press the Arrive button, then you need to scroll down to the bottom of the screen and press on the previous button. That takes you back to the account to fix. If at the end you try and finish the session with adjustments that don't add to zero, this message will pop up. Remember that if you add to draw, then somewhere you have to minus to draw, so the adjustments equal 0. Press OK, and then try and find where the adjustments don't add to 0 and correct. Please note that earlier I had to get up from my phone and was gone for longer than I thought, and the system logged me out. I pressed the Login button, entered the manifest, and it returned me to the account I left off with. Sometimes you need to move around your route without having to go through each location. Click on the 3 lines at the top of the screen. A drop-down will appear. Click on Find Account. A list of all your accounts appear. Scroll through and choose the account you want. This is a lot faster than having to go through every account. Sometimes you need to enter a few returns or adjustments, and you don't want to go through all of your accounts to get to the Finish Session button. Press on the 3 lines at the top of the screen. A drop-down will appear. Press on Finish Session. Finish Data Entry Session screen appears, and press on the Yes button. If you need to use the desktop version from your phone, press on the 3 lines at the top and choose Home. Then press Desktop Version near the bottom of the screen. You can re-enter sessions you have previously edited. They are published at the top by pressing on the session in blue. Or you can pull up a specific date range by manifest. By clicking on the Date From and Date To boxes, you can create a date range to enter returns on. This could be 1 day, 3 days, or a week if you need it to be. Choose the manifest and click on the Find button. This will be the same view as if you were using the desktop version from your PC. You can enter draw adjustments and returns from the screen just as if you were on your PC. When using the desktop version, clicking on the Finish Later button after entering will save all your entries but will not enter them into Synchronex for credit. If you are certain that you won't need to make any corrections to the session, then click Finish Now button and they will be entered into Synchronex for credit. Thank you for taking the mobile version training module of Synchronex 3.7 Test Upgrade. This presentation will be available to you as a resource if you need to refer back to it. I just want to let you know that there are 2 resources available for you to refer back to if you need them. First is the copy of the presentation you just watched, and the second is the mobile version manual.